Electric car sales in Germany have just fallen by 55%. It's a pretty big deal. This is the biggest EV market in Europe. It's the biggest car selling country in Europe. What's going on in Germany? Why has this just happened? Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Germany has abruptly just ended all EV subsidies, all electric car subsidies. You used to get a lot. You used to get around 7,000 euros. That figure then fell to 4,000 euros. It's now been cancelled. You get nothing. Is Germany doing this to protect their car market from Chinese EV manufacturers? Are they doing it to protect it from Tesla selling affordable EVs? Are they doing it to protect it from companies like BYD? Maybe. Anyway, sales of electric vehicles plummeted in January in Germany. This is kind of a debacle, I think, in Germany. I believe it doesn't really support Germany's plan. Germany is saying they want to be 90% renewables by 2030. So we're talking, just over 5 years away. Germany is saying they're going to go from about 55% renewable energy today, which is an amazing result, to 90% in 2030, possibly even 100%. Like much of the rest of the world, Germany previously provided tax incentives to citizens purchasing electric cars. However, in December, the nation's government abruptly decided to cancel those incentives. And in the aftermath, EV sales they've crumbled, they've collapsed. People think that these EV incentives are just for EVs. Well, that's not really true. The reality here, guys, is that Germany has been propping up their own car industry to the tune of billions of dollars a year for, more than 50 years. People think that just because the media tells you that there are EV incentives, that the German government or the American government or the Chinese government or any government, to be honest, that has an automotive industry hasn't been investing in incentives for internal combustion powered vehicles, and they don't. Actually, that's not true. Last year, the German government did give billions of dollars of tax incentives to its own automakers to produce primarily internal combustion engine vehicles and a smaller number of EVs. Realistically, the truth is the automotive industry worldwide has received trillions of dollars over the past 50 years to build internal combustion engine vehicles. So there's a perception that EVs get incentives and internal combustion engine vehicles don't. That's not true at all. Anyhow, compared to December of 2023, sales of new electric vehicles were down 55%. So that's a pretty big drop. Now, although the sudden end of tax incentives clearly did affect the EV market, clearly did affect sales, there's also a few other reasons. The decline in sales began in December of last year. And this has meant that experts such as Konstantin Gall, the managing partner at EY for Western European markets, believes that there's some underlying issues for this downturn. He says the weak economy, high financing costs, and considerable geopolitical tensions are leading to a reluctance to buy on the part of both private individuals and companies. He said that the lack of incentives is a challenge for automakers, but all in all, 2024 is likely to be a difficult year for the automotive industry. Now, clearly there has been a price war recently in Germany. This includes Volkswagen, Tesla, and even BYD, who have all reduced the prices of their EVs over the past few months. With the outlook for the German economy said to be actually kind of grim. Of course, we've just had some ramifications from the massive bankruptcy of Evergrande, one of the biggest companies in the world, who now, I believe, their debts were actually over $500 billion. This is affecting many sectors of the global economy. So analysts are saying that the price cuts for EVs will continue into 2024, which will be difficult for smaller EV companies to handle. Germany's Automotive Association, the VDA, forecasts 2% growth in the global passenger car market in 2024, meaning that globally 77.4 million cars were manufactured, nearly matching the pre-pandemic level of 78.8 million. However, The association predicts a 1% contraction in Germany's car market for the same year, with sales dropping to 2.82 million cars, down 25% from pre-pandemic levels, according to Reuters. In particular, electric vehicle sales will dip, they say, by 9% this year, despite a 19% surge in production. Fortunately, Germany is still one of the world's largest automotive exporters, which may offer some relief to its car manufacturers, Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Audi, Volkswagen, etc., amid a challenging outlook for the industry. Now, it's worth keeping in mind that while Germany's car market is significant in Europe, it's really not significant on a global scale. 2.8 million sales out of 77 million, not really that significant, is it? Percentage-wise, it's only a few percent. And here's the thing. EV sales in China actually are still blowing up, still going crazy. In January of this year, electric sales increased by 80% versus EV sales in January of last year. China sold nearly 10 million EVs last year. And even though EV sales have declined in Germany, they could decline this year. I don't think they will, but it's certainly possible considering what's just happened this year so far in Germany. I still believe that EV sales will grow in Europe overall in 2024. One of the key reasons for this is cost. The other key reason is the technology has improved significantly. By the end of this year, we're going to see EVs with more range at lower prices. And lower prices and more range means that it won't be long before EVs will be not only more compelling, but cheaper than internal combustion engine vehicles. Now, Tony Seba has predicted that EVs will be significantly cheaper to manufacture over the next few years. I think he's right. Battery costs are plummeting. Car manufacturers have struggled to make a profit selling EVs, but that is about to change. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.